Welcome to The Best Thing This Week, where we talk about the best things that we have loved, that we have done, watched, ate, or played. And this week, we are looking forward at the things we're gonna love in 2026 in the world of video games. So that's the Best Thing 2026 preview, video games. I am joined by myself, Todd Oxtra, because I didn't introduce myself. Joined by Jedi Sean Nias. Sean, how are you doing?
Todd, excited about this. Great to see my friend, the Canadian. Love you, man. We got to talk about 3D printing down the road, but it is really great to see you, buddy. So happy you're here.
Yeah,
it's great to be here.
Mini reunion, right? Yeah.
This is I'm very excited. I'm more excited to talk about or to talk to you guys than I am to talk about anything that's coming up, but it's a great excuse to talk to you guys. So I'm happy about this whole show, and I can't wait to look a little bit into the future and to have a chat with the two of you. This is exciting.
Yeah.
And I had to put my Halifax on.
Sean's rocking the Canadian.
A little love, buddy.
You're more representing that. I got like a Super Mario shirt on. Like you're representing.
And I'm rocking the Nerd Chat shirt tonight. So there we go.
Yeah.
Showing some
I was going to wear that too.
Yep. So so this is a reunion of sorts of co-op mode. So if you didn't watch co-op mode when I was doing that with Mark on Scrivenge Unite, this is the Canadian Mark Carabin. He's a Jedi. He lives in parts unknown, the Atlantic part of Canada. There are monsters and frights you wouldn't believe in that part. But Mark has always survived the great Canadian North and is here to talk about video games. It's been a while, Mark, since we talked about video games. Probably about a good 6 months. But it's good to have you back, bud.
Yeah. It's great to be back.
Mark, your second cousin once removed is Aquaman.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Right.
Although right now outside it feels a little bit more like Hoth than Atlantis. We had a snowstorm Saturday night into Monday, so I shoveled all day yesterday and just waiting on a Tauntaun to come pick me up to run some errands. So in the meantime, I might as well talk video games.
Excellent. So let's get into this. So this is how we're going to do it this week. So we're going to get really excited about the good things we had look for in 2026. Obviously, there's a lot of negative things that we could talk about, but I'd rather talk about the positives, what we're excited about, what we hope happens that makes our gaming lives better, which leads to us all being very happy with the hobby we love. So with that, I think we need to talk about what games we might be playing in 2026. And so let's kind of focus on first the games that we know they're coming, that have dates, but might get delayed. But still, let's assume they are coming. We're going to go through this list really quick, go a yay or nay. We're going to then come back and then say, based on that, what are the top 3 games each of us are looking forward to that are coming out? And once again, these are games that have either a firm release date or have been announced for 2026. They could get delayed, but that's at that point. We're not talking about games with no dates. We're talking about games 2026 or firm dates. So let's get into this. I'm going to pull up the list from GameInformer.com. Play along, everybody at home. I am already Gamefly. Let me pull up the list and share it for everybody so they can see it as well. We'll go there. And if you noticed the what I brought up on screen when I did my intro, there is Grand Theft Auto 6 that had a 2025 date on it. So funny part about that was the image was already delayed. So there we go. So let's get into this right now. Let's start with January. Really at this point, I'm going to try to summarize this list because there are a billion games there. It's very big. So let's see.
It's over
in January. So so if you guys see one that you really like, we'll go to that. But Mark, first, this already happened. Mm-hmm. Animal Crossing New Horizons Switch 2 edition, yay or nay? Someone that can say yay or nay on this game.
I haven't put enough time into it. My wife got into it a bit. I invited one of the new Zelda characters over to my island, cleaned up my island a little bit, but I've been distracted with other things. So I'm going to say yay that they're adding an update, but I'd kind of almost rather see like a new Animal Crossing. So I'm kind of middling on this one. Like it's a difficult one to get excited about.
Mark, you and I, we've had discussions because my daughter is big into Animal Crossing.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, this does nothing for me. She tried to create a new island and she ran into some issues with that. And she was like, yeah, I'm not seeing this. This is not really an update.
Yep.
She's like, Dad, I love Animal Crossing, but I want more, is what she
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. And I think it's coming at a weird time that people who are fans of cozy games and Nintendo fans are also kind of getting excited about Pokopia, or whatever that game is. That's coming out in.
Yeah, we'll talk about that one. That's
coming out soon,
We're
right?
gonna
But like,
talk about that. Yeah.
So it's like, how much cozy island building stuff do I want to get into? And that's kind of like, do I want to burn myself out on that genre with Animal Crossing, or do I want to kind of like keep my excitement level for Pokemon and see what how that game's received? So I'm in a weird place with that game.
Stella is looking forward to that.
All right. So it sounds like we've got kind of iffy on Animal Crossing, but we'll move on because I realized January's already happened, so we shouldn't spend much time there. It's really getting to February. We are in February 3rd as we talk about this, and the first big release was Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. I picked this game for my Fantasy Critic League. It's getting like an 83. So yay or nay, is anybody picking this up?
My brother's very excited about it, but I haven't picked it up yet.
Nay for me.
I got to ask this question, Todd.
Mm-hmm.
How many people are really playing this?
Dragon Quest is huge in Japan. People used to take off school in Japan.
I get that.
Dragon Quest is huge. We're talking because they sell 5 to 10 million copies of those games a year. So in the world of RPGs, where RPGs don't sell much, it's a big thing.
I asked Henry, and Henry was like, yeah, none of my buddies are playing this.
I wouldn't imagine this is not for, it might bring in new fans, but this is for the old hats and might be for people that get good word of mouth. Might get people in door. Yeah.
I remember
this is a 25-year-old game.
Exactly. I'm excited. I'm gonna play it. But Henry is like, what?
It's also a long game, Sean. We're talking probably an 80-hour game.
Right.
That's a challenge. Right. So yeah. I ain't got nobody got to, but I mean, it's probably a game you would play on the Switch. Just you can take it anywhere. So maybe a game to go in there. So let's go on to another game that's coming out. Neo 3, yay or nay?
Yay.
So you're big into the Souls-like, it's basically Tecmo's Souls-like game, ridiculously hard. I am a nay on that one.
From what I watched, it looks entertaining. It does. I would try it.
I think there's a demo out, Sean. I would say play a demo. I played the demo of Neo's before, and smart. I'm like, died in 3 seconds. That was fun. Moving on. And that was like the first guy I fought. So yeah.
Yeah, I will say this. Going off of some of the research I did, there tends to be a following.
Oh right? Yeah. It's the Souls-like crowd. They love any new opportunity to play it.
It's not easy, but
no, it is definitely not easy. I mean, apparently there's a live walkthrough right now. You can even watch it live if you want, which is kind of crazy. So this gentleman's doing it. Yeah, I mean, there you go. Put off the volume. A lot of death, a lot of stuff happening. Balls. Yeah. So there you go, Sean. Give us your thoughts when you play it, Sean. I would love to hear more how you like it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's shift to Mario Tennis Fever. This is exclusively for the Switch 2. Nintendo has struggled with their sports games. I'm going to say nay until someone tells me it is a yay.
Yeah, that's kind of my general approach to Mario sports games. Sadly, I used to be such a huge fan. And it seems like they're all leaning a little bit more towards like Mario Party, like more party than sport. And it's a weird lean for me. So they have to really get it right. And I would love to love this game. So I hope it's great. I can't wait for reviews to start coming out. But what I've seen so far is again that kind of like middling, could go either way. Which way do they lean kind of thing. So it's tough. Sean, how you feeling about this one? Or how the kids feeling about this one?
All right, guys. don't kill me in the reviews. I have this pre-ordered. Why? Because my daughter is going to be 16 soon. Henry is going to be 13 soon. They really liked Mario Golf. They marked the original Mario Tennis. I am taking it from the perspective of it's Friday night. I just cooked dinner. We finished dinner and we want to do something fun where my wife and I and everybody can play. Nintendo's going to be able to do that.
Yeah.
They've done it since the Wii.
Did they like Aces? Did they like Aces, Sean?
Yes.
Okay, so I think if they liked Aces, the bar is low, but critically, Aces was considered low effort, low content, and basically said, if you want this, it's good enough. It's good enough for Nintendo sports game. So this one is, I think what people have wanted from a Nintendo sports game is like a really awesome campaign that you can play through. And then they want the mini games and the social aspect. So I think that's where it's like, if it's going to be one or the other, if it's going to be that Aces and even Aces was like, you didn't even do a really great, like fun casual game because there wasn't enough there. It was kind of bare bones. So I'm hoping this one was better, but yeah, it's a wait and see.
I liked Aces for what it was at the time. It was fun, but it's so funny, Sean, hearing your kids' excitement and your excitement because of that. And where I am, where Finn's 5, we've tried Aces and it's still a little bit too technical for him to get that timing and to get the power moves right and all that kind of stuff. And I think as he gets a little bit older, this may be a game that if I don't pick it up right now, it might be a game that I pick up in a year or so as he keeps developing his gaming skills. And then it becomes that exact game that you're talking about of like, oh, we have a few minutes. Let's play a match of tennis. Let's jump in. Let's do this. Let's do that challenge and that kind of stuff.
The other thing I will say about Aces was we had Aces going because my mother-in-law loves tennis. She plays. During Thanksgiving, it's just a fun game to have going. Same with Mario Golf. Same with the Mario Sports or the Nintendo Sports. It's just a casual thing. It may not be perfect, but it creates during Thanksgiving or Christmas or whatever, giggles and laughs and fun.
Yeah.
And that's how I see it.
Yeah. I think the one call would be, that's great, but if you're only bringing out 3 times a year because it's the only time you use it, that's a lot of money for 70. That's not a lot of really use case, which is when people buy games, they want to get a lot of use out of it. So I get it. It just becomes, that's where it's you want that aspect of it, Sean, but you also want it to be like, I'm going to play that game, do the campaign, get skills, learn how to do it, elevate my game.
And
that's what's lacking. So I said, if you want what you want, it should be like a $30 game. Not a $70 game because you want depth.
Agreed.
Agreed. Yeah. So that's why I think that's where Nintendo has kind of struggled with their sports games. They haven't delivered fully on either part. So I'd say at that point it's like just play a Mario Party game because at that point it's like that's exactly what you want, just some casual fun.
Well, and I'll be honest with you, when my parents come down, we're playing a Mario Party game.
Oh, yeah, it's perfect for that. It's perfect for everybody of all skill levels to have a good time. But we should move on, or we're going to be talking about these games for 15 years before we get to the list. So really the big game for me is Resident Evil Requiem. I have reserved it from GameFly. It's coming to me. Yes, I will be playing it on PS5. And this game is kind of cool because you do get to play as 2 protagonists. One style with Leon is you get to essentially play as the over-the-top action hero, and then you play as the other protagonist, which is a female girl who is more stealthy, a little bit more that survival horror element. You can fill vials of goo, sneak up behind enemies, and stab them, and then explode. So it's a little bit of that mix, and so you will get to play either player at different times of the games. So I hope it's good.
Here's the question for you, Todd and Mark. Which platform? Because this will be my first Resident Evil game I will ever buy. I have not bought one. What platform would you purchase it on?
Depends on your play style. Yeah, you can't go wrong with the best visuals for a Resident Evil game, but like if this is the kind of game that you think you want to sit, I've heard that in early previews at least that it runs really well on Switch too. So that could be an option if you want to play handheld and you want that flexibility, but otherwise, pick your powerhouse.
I think the PlayStation 5 Pro is probably going to be the best performance that you get in a console space. I think, unfortunately, PC obviously is where you could really get your biggest bang for the buck. I do worry about Capcom's porting to PC, so that may hamper it from even a performance aspect or bugginess. So you may have to live through the patches to get the game that you finally get that delivers.
So Todd's a pro and Mark's a Switch 2. I'm going to get it
I don't own a Pro, though, so I have to play on my base PS5.
I do have a Pro. This is going to be my first Resident Evil game I've ever played and owned.
That's exciting.
I thought in preparing for this podcast, I thought this looked the most entertaining of games coming up, but also the most scary. Holy cow.
Oh, yeah.
So there you go. You see Leon. He's got his over the shoulder. He's doing roundhouse kicks. He's doing all that craziness. He even does a suplex, which is great.
Fantastic.
And then, there you go. Oh, that's great. And then you've got like I said, the other girl who's going to be, and apparently you can do the game from either perspective for both players. But I think you'd want to be in third person for that. So you're in for a heck of a ride, Sean, if it's your first one, because they are always kind of crazy, and this one's going to be an interesting mix. So
February I would always say already a good month, though.
Oh yeah.
Do you think the PlayStation 5 is the way to go, Pro?
I mean, if you want the best console experience and probably most rock solid from you don't have to worry about bugs and things like that. But you've got an amazing PC. So if you feel like, I think they can nail it, and you're okay with going with the flow. If the NVIDIA drivers are good to go, that's where it's like, I didn't check this, but I would also, in that case, if you're thinking about PC, I would also check Xbox Play Anywhere. I don't know if this game's on that list, but as someone who just bought it's not okay. Someone that just bought the ROG Xbox Ally, like that's something I'm looking into a little bit more now. And I looked at it with Final Fantasy 7 Retrograde or whatever the hell it was called. And 007. I'll talk about that in a minute. But it's a feature that I'm very much appreciating now. That it's
right.
On Xbox. The only caveat I would have is the Xbox PC app ports have also struggled, which sucks because it's almost like, why isn't it just? It's not the same as the Steam version. It's can be a challenge, and So I would say, hey, if you can play it on your favorite place to play. And I wouldn't worry about the visuals. If you want the best visuals, then play it where you want to play it. I mean, if you have a Series X, S, PS5, those are all good places to play it. If you got a PC, a beefy GP, go to town. I don't think you'll be unhappy anywhere as long as the game runs. And Switch, I'm excited to see how the Switch performs, because quite honestly, if they deliver, that's going to be an amazing place to play it too. So.
Who was it today that had was it Engadget or someone had a preview out today that said it's surprisingly good. I can't remember where I saw it, but I definitely did see something pop up that it was like it's shockingly good on Switch too. So I'm looking,
and all those Resident Evil games are coming to Switch at the same time too. Switch 2. Yeah. So you're getting RE7, RE8, which is amazing. I'm glad those games are finally natively coming, not streaming, where the Switch cheated a few times. So let's get into March. We've got a lot of big games. Let's go with Scott Pilgrim EX. Yay or nay?
Yay.
Hell yes. I'm a yay as well. Sean, yay or nay?
I'm a yay.
All right. Let's move on to Marathon. We have to talk about the elephant in the room. This is not a game for me. People are loving Arc Raiders, but Marathon is the only reason I'd be interested is because of Bungie. It's an A because I don't really see myself playing an extraction shooter.
Yeah,
So is this okay? Help me understand this.
Yep.
I read about it. What are they trying to accomplish here?
It's extraction shooter by Bungie. So think of Arc Raiders, but Bungie makes it.
Right, but you've got Destiny. Is this sort of their next thing?
This is their next thing, but this is no campaign, extraction shooter only. $40.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No.
That's it. It's a tough sell. And that's coming like I played the original Marathon back on the Mac in 1994, 95, something like that. So like I got very excited when I saw Marathon was coming out, like a new Marathon. Like, yeah, sign me up. Bungie's doing it. Let's go. But extraction shooter, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna pay money for it. I'd try it out if it was free to play. Like if it drops on Game Pass, hell yeah, let's go. I'll download it. I'll play it for a bit. But like Helldivers exists.
I mean, I love Helldivers, and I mean, Arc Raiders is solid. Its own thing. Yeah,
it looks solid, but I don't know if the reviews are crazy and like there's a crew that's playing it that I know. Like the guys at work got me into Helldivers. Awesome. A few weekends playing with those guys, it was cool.
Right.
So if the same kind of thing happens with Marathon, and like I've got a group of friends, like the guys I play Fortnite with, or the guys at work that are saying like, yeah, dude, we got to get Marathon. Like, yeah, okay, I'll toss $40 at it, but otherwise, probably not going to be something I dive into.
No.
All right, let's go to Mark's game, Pokemon Pokopia.
I'm hoping this is fun. So it's a yay for me, but it is expensive, which always giving me that hesitation now. $100 Canadian for a Pokopia. It's like
well, here's the thing that my son says, and I know it's dumb. Are they going to talk, or is it going to be
Sean, Pokemon don't talk. They say their name.
Text only.
And Henry's like, I don't want to do a text only game when I'm on.
Wait, is it going to be text? Wait, nobody talks in that game though, do they, Mark? It's all Pokemon, right?
But you're a Pokemon too, so I think you understand Pokemon. So I'm assuming, and I think I can't remember the trailers right now or not. I'm
going to
sure
bring it up because I have to figure this out.
Henry is like, I just want them like talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
They don't.
There's got to be some talking Pikachu, because you have to have some sort of like, here is the next task. Here's this, thing. So there's got to be some sort of, but it's definitely all text.
Or there'll be sounds and they won't. Yeah. Well,
right.
Is that what it actually says, or does it? That's just visuals. I don't know. Is there any? Oh, it does have that. Ditto found a Reddit. Let's have a listen. There you go. So it's all text. You'll read it as you go. Is it the? Yeah. There you go.
It looks amazing though.
It looks cool.
It's Dragon Quest builders, right, Mark? Essentially.
Yeah, Gadzooks a human. Oh wait, are you a Ditto? So there is. It's doing text to. Yeah, you're translating what the Pokemon are saying. So,
Mark, what draws you in? Because
we don't have time for that.
Okay,
Pokemon.
This is yay or nay.
That's Pokemon. It. I'll leave it at Pokemon. Let's move on.
Yeah. Not to be the show Nazi or show stickler, but we will never get to our rest of stuff we go. But I just want to say shout out to Luke Lore.
Hello.
Hi, Luke.
Luke, good to see you, bud. There we go. Oh, hide that. There we go. So let's get into the next game. I'm going to move on to see something that really. Oh, Replaced. That is a game for me. It's a yay. Nothing else to say. It looks amazing.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah,
100%.
I should have had a
100%.
trailer up. And it's actually coming out. So that makes me very, very happy.
Yeah,
It's mostly the
that's
trailer
really-
in the background when we talk.
that always helps.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
have a
always so.
larger discussion about where we're at, but yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, this game is by a Ukrainian studio. It's been delayed, but I love their style. Love what they're going at after. So I will bring this over here so you guys can keep watching the trailer and we can keep talking. So next game, as we're talking through this, moving through here. Any interest in Monster Hunter Stories 3 Twisted Reflection? None for me. That's a nay.
No.
Yeah, I just bought Monster Hunter Stories 1 and 2 when they were on sale. I played some of 1 and it's pretty good. So if I can finish those, it might not be a get this in March kind of game, but like that series is pretty good. So maybe.
So is that a get it when it's on sale?
Most likely, yeah.
Okay.
That leads me into another game, Crimson Desert. This is a game that people don't think that should happen. March 19th. If they can make it deliver, this game sounds amazing. That would be a yay. Tentative yay.
For me, it's a yay.
Not familiar with that
but
one.
I don't
Gotta check
think
that out.
it's going to be. It's an MMO RPG.
No, it's not.
Oh,
It's a single player now.
The dragon
They-
thing?
So just a note. So they make Black Desert, and that is the MMO. Crimson Desert is their single player open world action RPG.
So
this
it's
is the
not
game.
an MMO.
It's not an MMO. They have Black Desert if you're looking for that. So
Mhm.
this is what it is. This is all real time. It's all, they said combat's going to be more like action. Think of like Devil May Cry, like Melee.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
this
yeah,
is
that looks
action
awesome.
Combat. It's got
Yay for me.
diving. You fly down. The guy I heard the director talk about this game. It just sounds amazing. They
Yeah.
said the reason we don't call this an RPG because we don't want it to think of like it's like you can choose your own character. There is a set character. There will be other playable characters in this, but you can choose to be
they're
a
going to come
spell wielder,
release.
melee. Think of like more like that God of War
That's
and,
cool.
and Magic and traditional that's what I was thinking. Like, nope, it's an MMO. It's just by the studio that makes that other MMO, Black Desert.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's gonna be cool.
We'll see.
There you go. So next game, we're getting into Mouse PI for Hire. You've seen this game, guys.
Yeah, looks interesting.
I say it's a yay.
Mhm.
All
That's a yay. I'm looking
Sean,
forward to
you
seeing
haven't seen
reviews.
it? Yeah, perfect.
Uh,
Let's go.
can we change the screen? I'm not sure what you like.
Oh, that's still Crimson Desert. Sorry. Yeah, I can put it back to where we're at. So I was trying to just switch between screens, show some things, and go from there. So yeah, let's get into. I'll put this back here so everybody can see it. The list. We've got Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly remake.
What about
Nay.
like Fable? Fable look?
That's later on. That's Fable has
Okay.
is autumn 2026. So
Yeah,
that leads me into I'm going to try to figure out an actual game that actually is coming out that's different. If you see one you want to talk about, let me know. Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream. That's a yes, probably for my son. Coming out on my birthday.
Yeah, nay for me. It's I don't know.
Diablo.
Diablo 4 Lord of Hatred, that's an expansion. So
Yep.
if you are ready for a new expansion Diablo, it will be there. It'll be purchasable if you own the base game.
Okay.
Then we have Invincible Versus. That's an Invincible fighting game. Looks very fun. If it has a campaign, I will probably play it. If it does not have a campaign, I will not.
Yeah.
Then we have Sony's big first game of the year, except for MLB The Show. That is Saros. If it's not incredibly difficult, this will be a yay for me, but it looks amazing.
Agreed. And I'm
And
sure
Mark, now that
that's
you
going to
own
look
a
amazing
Xbox
on the Pro.
have amazing dual sense haptics. Mark, did you ever play Return? Well, you could play Returnal now on your Xbox Series S or Xbox Ally X.
Yeah, no, I haven't played it, but it's I'm looking at playing some PlayStation games, which is exciting.
Excellent. Yeah, this game should be fun. I hope there's a demo for it because I just don't see myself getting into it, especially considering how difficult Returnal was. We get into May. This is Xbox big game of the year.
What a month.
The only game that actually has a concrete release date. Forza Horizon 6, only launching on Xbox Series and PC, will be released later on PS5.
Yay.
That's an A for me.
Yay.
I don't get into Forza games. Let's see. 007 First Light. This is by IOI, the guys who make Hitman. I'm all in.
Big yay.
Yes, that's going to be amazing. Now the question is, what do you play it on?
Xbox for me.
Wherever I can get it cheap. So probably GameFly. PS5.
I think I'm gonna, based on the previews, I'm gonna go on my PC.
That's a good place to play.
Sounds good.
IOI
So that's-
is a PC developer. Yeah.
This is and I know this because they announced it around the same time I bought the Ally. This is definitely a game that's going to be play anywhere. So it's going to be Xbox, but I will be able to play it natively, not streaming on my Ally for the same price. So this is one that I'm definitely getting for Xbox Play Anywhere. Excited to play it on the Series X. Excited to play it on the Ally, see how it runs. Yeah, this is a big excitement one for me.
Yeah, that's great. I think that's where Play Anywhere makes sense. Yeah.
Guys, if we do 2026 Game of the Year, this could be one if it's what we think it is.
Yep. I'm hoping.
I hope it does well. The next game is something I'm very excited about. If I can show my screen, that is Lego Batman: Legacy of the Dark Knight. This is essentially all of the Batman movies put into Lego form. I'm so excited. It's amazing. We've never had this really in the Batman universe. We always had those original games. I cannot wait. Yay.
Big. Yep. Yeah. I can't believe, like, for everything this year, like, we've got Forza, 007, and then Batman, like, coming out within those two games 2 days of each other. Forza like a week before, whatever it is. Like, that is a crazy lineup for May. I don't even know. Like, I've got a con in there and Finn's birthday. That is going to be just the craziest month end for forever.
Just think about the suits and expansion passes we're going to see with Lego. Oh my God, it's going to be so much fun.
There's already a
there's
suit
only
that you
so
can
many
get by
characters
tying your WB account to one of your gaming accounts or something like that, or like registering a WB account. You can already unlock a classic suit. So like they're already into that, Sean. Like it's this game is going to be massive.
It's going to be great. Yeah. And there's only like 3 playable characters yet announced. It's not like the other games where you play everybody. So I'm assuming we're going to get more of those. We're going to get other skins. It's going to be great. So I cannot wait.
Quick question for you guys. Can H and I play together?
I would assume.
That's a question. Locally, yes. I'm assuming. I don't know. But there's not been a Lego game yet that I believe has done online co-op yet, Lego-wise. Which is
okay.
Yeah. We'll more to come on that. I've not seen anything more on that. Yep. More to come on that. So let's get into and this is where it gets really lean. This is where I'm talking about the games. We're going to get more announced, but right now a lot is TBD and things like that. But the games are still announced. We have Halloween coming out in spooky time. This is going to be one of those asynchronous games where you're trying to take out Michael Myers, and he's trying to take you out. Phantom Blade Zero. This is a PlayStation exclusive with PC. This looks amazing. Rather than a Souls-like, this is going to be more like a DMC Devil May Cry type game, which is more up my alley, which I really appreciate that. Yeah. Then we have Grand Theft Auto 6. That's a yay maybe. I have never really gotten into these games. I would like to, now that I don't have a kid in the house that's going to walk in when a strippers or something bad's happening.
Which is crazy that it's been that long since a GTA game release. Is you have a kid who's away for college.
Logan was 8 and when GTA 5 first came out.
Was released, you were worried about him walking in on violence. That is wild. And yeah, they're saying it could be an expensive release or whatever, but like then they always go on sale. So it's it is a tough one to pick up at launch unless you really want to like jump in that like zeitgeist of playing the thing that everyone's talking about, right? And not missing out on any of that conversation. But it's also a game with a super, super, super long tail that you could technically wait for it to go on sale, and there's going to be things added to it, and it's going to be a better experience in theory after some time has passed. So
we don't expect that game to be a flash in the pan. It'll be around. And one of the things that's of note, this is only on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series. There's no PC release. Typically PC is a year later. This is leaving the old gen behind. This will probably be the game that gets people to finally put their PS4s and Xbox Ones away. And I think with that, I don't expect we'll get online at launch either. They'll basically just play the old GTA Online, and then GTA Online will come out maybe when the PC release launches. So we shall see. But yeah, this is the game of the year for everybody that that will draw in the crowds we don't normally see. So exciting times. Yeah. Other than that, there's a lot to be announced, and that would then lead me into games that are not on this list that do have 2026 on the agenda, and that is let's see, do I still have it? I probably don't, but Xbox has announced that they have 6 games that are coming in 2026. Those are Forza, Fable is Autumn. They also have announced that Halo Campaign Evolved is coming in 2026. Gears E-Day is coming in 2026. And then there's another one I'm missing. Oh yeah, and Call of Duty whatever it's going to be.
We'll get Indiana Jones on Switch as well, somewhere in there.
True. Yep. And maybe Avowed is coming as well. We've heard there's going to be.
Avowed's hitting PlayStation 5. Is it this month? That's like
it has no release date,
right?
It has no release date.
I thought it for real.
What about Splatoon?
I have not seen a release date.
And Yoshi on Switch.
Avowed PlayStation 5, February 17th.
Right.
Really? I didn't realize that. Okay, I'm wrong. So thank you, Mark, for that announcement. And no Switch announcement. It's $50. It is, it's coming like with a special edition. So there, and the games we didn't talk about, there's a Yoshi game coming out, which I don't think it has a firm date yet.
Splatoon.
Well, Splatoon has no year.
Nothing. Yeah, not even a year.
Has no year.
Making me thinking it's going to be maybe a 27 game.
Really?
Yeah. So Nintendo does like outside of the games they've announced. There's nothing else announced after I don't think Tamagotchi Life. I think after that, nothing has even a year behind it. So stay tuned for Nintendo. Yeah. So there we go, guys. We went through all the games that are coming out that we know of this year, unless they get delayed. So give me the top 3 games you're excited for, and we'll move on to our predictions.
007.
Okay.
Same.
Wolverine.
Oh, that does have a release date. That's fall 2026. Yes, that's right.
I think Resident Evil because of the fan following.
Those for you though, Sean?
3.
So the 3 games you're most excited about. The games personally you're most excited about.
Most excited about?
Yeah, for yourself.
That's hard. Wolverine.
Yep. Okay.
007. is Gears coming out this year or not?
It's just got a
It's on the
2026
list for this
They've
year.
got no. Yeah, there's no. release date.
Okay, I'm going to say Gears because Todd, we've
That was
played
our game,
Gears
Sean.
forever, dude. It's our
that was
game,
our
baby.
game. We always loved it, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
It was our game.
I'm
That's
going
about us
Gears.
gaming and the couch co-op. So,
Yes.
Yeah.
Mark,
I will show you something
I mean,
that I didn't have in the notes.
we've played Switch games. I would love more Switch 2 games for us to play, but I'm not seeing it in the pipeline, which shocks me. Shocks me.
We'll talk about that because I think we were expecting a lot more Switch 2 games from like Xbox and EA, but right now it's kind of quiet. But I just want to let you know, this is what Xbox is saying is going to come out for 2026. Kiln, which has TBD. They just showed that game. Forza, Fable, Halo, E-Day, and COD. So they have, and then if right now Forza is the only with a May date, and so if nothing comes out until after Forza, I worry that some of these games are not going to do that great because there's just too many games coming out. So man, they need to work on their spacing. Let's move on to Mark. What are your top 3 games you're excited about for yourself?
I'm gonna double up with 007. I'm gonna mirror that one. Lego Batman. And I'm gonna go with Fable for the fall, but like Gears could go there as well. But I just saw the big, the Fable thing in the Xbox development showcase, so I'm very excited for that one right now. But it's a very, very Xbox heavy year this time with the stuff that I'm leaning to, which is weird. And to your point, like not a ton announced for Switch 2 already. A lot of like expansion, like the Super Mario Wonder thing coming out in March. Finally getting a Disney Afternoon Collection with 2 extra games or whatever it is. But Nintendo's playing it close to the vest this year, as they do very often. So I'm excited for the potential stuff, but for right now, like announced stuff, those are my 3.
Got it. Okay.
Mark,
so for myself,
I am surprised with the Switch coming out and the capability of the Switch. We're not seeing more Nintendo forward opportunities for you and I to interact. I'm really shocked at that.
You got that chat button and you can play Mario Party together.
Yeah.
No, but
I'm assuming there'll be something with tennis as well.
I would have thought something would have came out that was able to, because when the Switch 2 came out, they were talking about video, audio. You know what I mean? I thought there would be more coming out here, like Mario Golf 2, Mario Party Extrads, Mario Party 5. We're not seeing any of it, and it's not like it takes a bunch of tech to do it.
Yeah, that was like kind of to my point with Animal Crossing. Like, yes, they've added the ability to hook up your camera and to have some Switch chat and that kind of stuff, but there's that stigma, I think, tied to it that it's like, it's a Switch game. Like, do you pay for the upgrade? I know that's a cheap upgrade compared to something like Mario Wonder, which I think is a more expensive kind of DLC thing. But like, there is that like, where's that Switch 2 exclusive built from the ground up, like built for chat, with the camera and the mic and all that kind of stuff built in. There's not a ton.
It was a big miss. Yeah, it was a big miss. We didn't have that game that brought all those features together. We did get that. What was it? The Welcome Nintendo system, weird $10 game. Yeah. And then beyond that, it was like, you can. And I think what they're thinking, everybody was going to get that with Mario World Tour. They're going to play together, chat, use the camera, and I just don't know if that's the right place.
And what we're seeing on the screen,
more of this stuff we're seeing, right?
I was just going to say, like, I haven't heard of a lot of people, aside from when the Switch 2 first launched and people were playing a bunch of different things. I know I hopped on a chat with like Dave Moore and a few other people that we were all playing different games and then we'd jump in together. But there was a lot of that, like, hey, let's just chat because we can. A few of us hooked up cameras and like trying out different, like I was using this web camera. I didn't buy the official Nintendo one.
Yeah, I got the Logitech Logi or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. And that all works. And we were kind of like chatting, but playing separate games. And some of us are playing new games, some of us are playing old games. And I think that's a novel kind of thing of like, Sean, like you and I could have a chat anytime. If you see me online, hit me up. I could be playing Vampire Survivors and you could be playing Tamagotchi Life. And we could just like shoot the shit and have like a fun chat for an hour.
Exactly.
But like, I think there's got to be something to remind us that we can do that. Because I'm looking at this trailer and I'm like, oh yeah, that doesn't.
Yeah,
have
you can
to
do
be
that
we're
awesome
both playing-
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, we're both playing Mario Kart. Like I was talking to my nephew last night. We were playing Mario. Well, he and Finn were playing Mario Kart together, and we were all chatting. It was great. But again, that was we're playing the same game. Now we can chat. It's like, you know, maybe that. I don't know if Nintendo needs to make it more like front and center. Like, hey, remember this exists, and you don't have to be playing the same game. You can just talk anytime you want to your friends. It's weird.
Yeah, I think this is something we can talk about and we make predictions of what we would like. Maybe we can will it into existence from Nintendo.
There we go.
We'll see. That really works. But you know what, Mark? I think a couple of ideas would have been back in the past. I think somebody listened to and they made something out of it. So we'll see if we can will that into existence again.
Happens all the time.
Exactly.
It needs to be an upgrade.
Yeah.
And
we'll see.
We all agree
Sean.
with that.
We'll talk about that in our predictions. Can't give away, you know, the future. We will get into that. So really
Todd,
quickly
what are
for myself,
your top threes? Yeah.
There you go. Top three for me are going to be Resident Evil Requiem. That's a must play. And then I struggle because I do worry a lot of the games I want to play are going to be delayed or something will happen to them. So I would say Wolverine if it comes out, and then Fable if it comes out. If either of them don't come out, I will go with Batman. Looks amazing and replaced. So there you go.
Sure.
What is it? Bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. So I'm going. So let's get into our predictions. Basically, I said in this, it doesn't have to be three, but we can go into this. But basically, we have 4 sets of predictions we'll each make. Game-based media. What you predict will happen or what you want to happen with either a video game that becomes a TV series or a movie. So we'll start there. So as we go to that, we do know we're getting potentially a new God of War show, which has been cast. We're right in the middle of Fallout. We are going to get another, I believe we're getting another season of Last of Us soon. Not sure when. And then other than that, we are getting the Mario movie. I don't know a lot else. I know we're probably going to get another Sonic film, but other than that, we're getting the Tomb Raider series.
They're still filming Zelda.
Yes, we're just, yep. Mm-hmm.
We are getting a Zelda?
We are getting a Zelda.
Right now.
That's going to be that's a 2027 film by Sony.
My
producing
prediction in this case, so this could be the wrong interpretation of this question, but games-based media, I was thinking like something maybe we already knew that we want or that we think we're going to see this year. So mine was a Zelda teaser trailer dropping with Mario Galaxy
that works, Mark.
movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not showing a lot because I know they're still filming, they're still working on it. It's a 27 release, but I think it's a year out and it's going to be enough of a tease to get us excited. There's going to be that swell of the orchestra music and maybe a sense of, are they making this movie more kind of based off of a game that we've seen, or is it like a completely new story that they're, you know, this is a new entry to the Zelda game. So this is a fan-made trailer.
Yep.
I think right now. So I want to see the real one, and I think it's going to drop during Mario Galaxy.
Yep. All we've gotten cast is the 2 main characters. That's it. I believe they're both British. Young and attractive. That's all we know.
Yeah, we've got they've casted more roles. They're filming actively now. We've seen some like leaked screenshots of like what looks like Impa and a few other people are like, there's cast. They just haven't announced the cast, which is crazy. So I think we're going to be getting a lot of information, but I think the first little like teaser trailer footage is going to happen like somewhere on the 1st of April.
Got it. Okay. All right. So with that, so Mark's first prediction, Zelda movie footage. Excellent. Mark, I think if I was going to counter predict yours, I would say it's going to be shown at the Game Awards, but I could be wrong.
Yep.
Oh, so you're going like late. I think that'd be a full trailer by then.
Okay. Well, yeah, teaser, then go early. Typically, you don't see things more than a year out. So depending when the movie, I don't know if you know, it has like if it's got
it's supposed to come out in May of 2027. Okay. I think it's May 7th is the date that's coming into my head, but I could be wrong.
So we're getting close. We're getting close then.
Come at me.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's that's why I said it like it's a year and a month.
The teaser in the Mario movie, could that be a teaser? The Mario movie, like the right before the movie rolls.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think that's what when it's gonna like. Why would you launch a movie, a sequel to a $1 billion movie for your biggest franchise, and not have? I'm telling like a logo and some orchestra swell with a picture of Link holding the Master Sword, or even just a picture of Link and Zelda. Like, that's all they need. I'm not saying this is going to be an in-depth thing, but it's going to be enough that it's like, holy tap dancing monkeys, this is a real thing that's happening. And it's a year and a month away. So I think it's a smart time for a very quick teaser that then leaves room for a real trailer during the Game Awards.
Makes sense too, because I could see something then.
Sorry,
you start getting Okay, that's fine. Sean, what is your first movie, TV
Mark,
prediction?
I love you. I think you're right. But if you did it right, that's going to make a shit ton of money. Pardon my language. God, I'm going to get in trouble with Henry. I think the bigger money maker really is Metroid.
Metroid?
Keep it covert. It's covert. It's mysterious. You build it out. You've got sort of the...
Okay, so Sean, let's turn that into prediction. So you think it's going to be... So tell me your prediction for Metroid.
If you do Metroid, you've got the Avatar thing. You've got
a protagonist who doesn't speak.
You've got a protagonist. You do
same with Link, though.
You build it out right.
Nobody also is in Metroid games, Mark. No one speaks in that game at all.
Which means it's open to interpretation. I think they could do an alien type, like,
oh my God, you could
horror
do
Metroid game
so much
movie
where it blows up to a world. And you couldn't do that with Zelda, but Zelda would be so much focused on Zelda and Link. Where with Metroid, it's a little more open world. I would love a Metroid movie.
I think a few people would love it. I think the rest would not show up for it. It would be a very small audience because I hate to say it, sci-fi doesn't really bring the crowds. That especially when it's dark.
It could be an origin story.
Yeah, Metroid just has a hard time even selling games, sadly, that I just don't know if there's a following for it. But Sean, do you have a Metroid-based prediction for a movie or a show? It doesn't have to be.
No.
Okay. So do you have a movie or TV show prediction for a video game?
Oh. I would love a good Halo because we haven't had that on a movie side.
Got it.
We haven't.
Sean,
movie side.
Halo movie is your prediction. Will it just be announced that it's actually going to go forward?
I would love for it to be because we haven't had one.
Well, you know what?
Halo
these predictions you can will it into existence.
Right. But you see where I'm going at with Metroid? I think Metroid would be. I mean, the storyline is amazing.
I hope they do it at some point. That would be fantastic.
I just worry that Nintendo's going to struggle with how to balance that for an audience where this is the Nintendo you love, and then here's something dark and scary and in space that doesn't really speak to the core audience. They could. I mean, anything's possible. I just worry that they've even struggled with how to branch out into more mature games that find success. So having more of a mature movie might be hard, but I would love it too. So
I mean, and we've seen some success, like Predator Badlands, like in the
that was great. Alien Earth.
I never thought.
Kind of stuff.
Let's be honest. I never thought that would be as popular. And then I watched the movie after it came out on rental, and I'm like, "Holy crap, this is great!"
Yeah. So I mean, if they got
Dan Trachtenberg is amazing. He is a great director. Understands the source material. Totally gets it.
Give him Metroid. Like there are ways to make it really excellent.
Yes, that's how you do it. You got to find the guy who gets it versus.
That's it.
Sadly.
So Todd, I actually have something then.
There you go. Okay, so Sean, are you saying that you're going to say that Dan Trachtenberg will make a Metroid film?
Yes,
I love this. Will it into existence?
I love it. Yeah. So you know what? We're only going to do one round predictions of the media, unless somebody else is the second one. So I'm going to put Dan Trachtenberg tied to the Metroid movie,
and I'm going to ping him on Twitter or whatever it is.
Make it happen. You make it happen. It's like Ryan Reynolds. It's like the Ryan Reynolds Deadpool trailer, right?
Yes.
I don't know who made this thing. I am going to pivot to say that they are finally going to announce a Gears of War film. Dave Bautista is going to be brought in, not as Marcus Phoenix, because unfortunately he's really old in the tooth. I think they're bringing in somebody young. So I think, but he will be in the movie. It will be brought in. I think it will be something that everybody can just get, almost like that. What was that Sylvester Stallone series, The Replaceables? I think it's going to go for that kind of. Okay. It's not going to be too dire and dreary. It's going to be a little bit of fun. That bro movie with some heart.
They got to bring Jason Momoa in.
I could see Jason Momoa brought in, and they could have to get some other. I mean, Terry Crews is probably wants to get a little too old, but I mean, I think you get the right actors in this. It could be just even the guy from what's the guy from the psychiatry show on Apple TV.
Shrinking?
Yeah, Shrinking. The black gentleman can be Coltrane. He would be amazing. It'd be great and fun. You bring in some actors, and they just. I think that's how you do it. I know people want to get into like the drama of Dom and his wife, and I'm like, sorry guys, that was a little bit melodramatic for me. I never got into it was that heart wrenching, but I know a lot of people do. But I think it's a perfect movie. You can go in. You know, Fast and Furious is dying, so let's bring it to the film in Gears of War.
Well, just as long as we don't get Vin Diesel in it, I'll be
no. Vin Diesel's too old too. He's like almost 60, sadly. He's getting up there, and he can't even make a Fast and Furious film. That's how bad he's doing right now. Although I've heard the next one's coming out in 2028. So there we go. All right.
Serious?
Yeah. It's crazy. Okay. So with that, any other media predictions? Kind of have a bonus one. If anybody wants to hear it.
Yeah.
I think we are going to get Nintendo going into a series rather than just movies. And I think it's going to be something lighter, and I think it will be Animal Crossing. I think it fits Animal Crossing. I don't think you can do a movie because I don't think it would play out right unless you do something goofy. But I think a series would be very fun, especially if it gets the right approach and you get the right style for it. And I think you almost make it like a stranger in a strange land, and make it fun because obviously you're going to get a lot of similar talking characters. So I think there's going to be a fun way of like person interacts with them and kind of tells what they're saying. I think that could be a lot of fun and bring in the big fans, and they have relationships with both Sony and Universal. So I could see potentially that being a Peacock show. Yeah. So
that's fun.
Or they distribute it on their own, which I don't think works. But I could see them finding a partner for distribution, even Netflix maybe. So we'll see what happens. Yeah. That's where I'm thinking because I think
Zelda is officially going to be only streaming on Netflix after release.
That's
like
right.
it's going to have a theatrical
Sony doesn't have
release.
a platform. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Sony doesn't have a service, right? So they go to Netflix.
Safe bet that Nintendo's going to be buddy with Netflix.
Yeah. And I think we've been waiting for that. I think people thought there should be like a Pixar-esque teaser at the beginning of those movies. And they could even be Pikmin. I mean, I know they tried with that Pikmin short that they had, but I think that's going to be more of something endearing to a fan base. And Animal Crossing is so big. I think it's they don't want to lose momentum. I think that's where they would go. It would work really well. Okay. Let's go to trends. So, gentlemen, I want the trend you are most excited to come to games that we may not even be on our radar. What would that be for you, Sean?
I think Nintendo is going to launch some sort of social advancement beyond like the island. It's going to be something different where people can interact on the Switch too. Where you
social,
it's going to
like
be
Miiverse, anything like that kind of area, Miiverse, or like when the Wii U opened, when you see that where all your Miis would be running around doing stuff,
and you're going to be able to do different things, whether it's Meebo Golf, Meebo. It's going to be a social environment that's going to allow you to do a lot of things. You'll build a house. You'll be able to interact with people. You'll be able to use their camera. I think it's going to be a completely new social atmosphere.
Social experience within the Switch hardware.
And you're able to do things.
Because PlayStation Home for Nintendo.
Yeah, PlayStation Home or like Horizon Worlds. Something like that, like the VR kind
you're
of thing.
You're going to be able to do like me golf, me tennis. You go to the it'll almost be like a city.
Yeah,
and you'll build your own house.
Oh yeah,
and you'll do certain things socially through your, lack of a better term, amiibo. And you're going to be able to change who you look, and it's going to be a social atmosphere.
Got it. Games, avatars, that type of thing.
Yes.
That reminds me of kind of like in Splatoon, where you had that area where you would talk to people in the hub.
Right.
You would like say things, like you would make art and do things like that. Same thing with the Miiverse.
It just feels very Nintendo.
It does. And that would maybe encourage cameras. What I would say Nintendo's always so careful though. So I'm guessing what they'll do is you could be on camera, but you will have an avatar over your face and you'll maybe garbled and speak in like a Simlish or Animal Crossing-ish, whatever they call their language, to make it fun, right?
Yeah.
It'd almost be like a city.
Yep. And you know, something I thought about Nintendo, I mean, I think this is a cool idea because you could build on it. Like the fact that the Switch does have a touchscreen, Switch 2 does. So what about drawing messages? Putting in messages or art as well. What was that one game they had, Mark, where you could make art and then it got banned because people were drawing penises? Snapchat? No. Snapchat lets you draw penises. But
PictoChat?
Yes. And it got banned because people were
just think
exactly
they're going to. The whole reason behind it is they like to have their own ecosystem.
Yeah.
And I think they could create their own ecosystem where you have Me City or something like that.
And you can interact with Nintendo characters, probably, right? That's like the go, like an amusement park, even too. Like, you know, hey, we can hang out with Goofy, or we can, you know, get a picture, or do something like that. Or hey, we've got the Luigi's restaurant where you can order and you can run a restaurant, right? Maybe like a kind of like it's got little mini games, like kind of social, like a Diner Dash or whatever like that in it. I mean, it could
think
really
it like of it like Nintendo City.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's a lot there that they could do. And it's like, that's a great way to keep people on your platform even when they're not playing and doing other things like that. And you can use some of the technology they've got baked in. So
it almost takes Animal Crossings to the next level.
I mean, they could build it up. They could have each land. If you think about it, they could have an Animal Crossing land, and you can meet all the characters. You could play it because they are doing Nintendo. Nintendo's amusement park is growing, and they could probably have taken learnings from that and say, hey, what works? And people love it. Little mini games and getting stamps. And, we got fun fact though, just this is okay. We went to Universal Studios in California. That's where I got my hat. It's amazing. We spent way too long at Super Mario Brothers World. We had so much fun. Logan wanted to get all the stamps. We figured out you could play a hard mode of some of the games there. We were looking through the binoculars. We were trying to find all the special things. It was fun and then my wife was into it, and then just great. We loved it. So I think those type of experiences will probably be full of, and even with that they could do what Fortnite does. Hey, we're launching a trailer only within Nintendo World or whatever they call it.
But on the flip side, you could integrate the Mario World in Florida and California into this world.
Yeah, I just get people to want to go to the amusement park.
It so fits Nintendo.
They like to control the message too, and this is a way to control the message.
Yes.
And they can take what Fortnite's done, right? Have events, do things like that. And they don't charge you for it, but they will let you buy.
They know how to back end monetize
and decorations. Maybe this is how maybe they take something a little bit different. So you're like, oh, it's free to come in and have fun. It's like they're not forcing you, but kids like that stuff. Roblox is so big, and if they can,
Roblox is so big, but under so much scrutiny for
people trust Nintendo, right? Nintendo's going to do it.
Right.
Nintendo could do it and solve some of those Roblox problems that are popping up and really kind of take over that space. I think that's a brilliant way to do it.
It's a cool idea. I like how that goes, Sean. That's a fantastic. Nintendo should hire you, but they don't. Like Mark, we've asked them to hire us, and they still don't. So we'll see. When you're putting it out there to get in, what was his ear? Oh, Dan Trachtenberg. Whistle at Nintendo. They got a new Nintendo Entertainment America president right there. She seems like she's open to new ideas. Yeah. So Mark.
Yeah.
What trend or thing would you be excited about in the world of gaming if it changed in regards to like a trend or something that is kind of lacking or you wish there was more of?
I've mentioned this already a couple of times, but the Xbox Play Anywhere thing of just being able to, this game is tied to your account, and it doesn't matter what you're playing on. You can stream it to a toaster if it has a screen and you have a Bluetooth controller, or you can play it on the most powerful device in your house. And having this little thing has really kind of like changed how I'm looking at like what games I'm looking at. So I think continuing that trend or more focus being on that trend of streaming platforms, consolidation of like, I can grab Steam, I can grab GOG on this, I can get games that I purchased 20 years ago on like BattleNet or like EA. Like my old Spore game is on this thing from like, when did that game came out? Like 2006.
Ubisoft Connect. You got EA. You've got
you
BattleNet,
actually own your game.
Yeah,
you own a license. You own a license, but as long as it doesn't get listed, or you lose it, you're good to go.
I love that.
Todd, what was on? You lent Henry the Xbox 360 in order to play.
Yes,
Captain America.
Yes,
because
licensed games are a pain in the butt. Yeah, yep. You can't get it anywhere, so you have to have the physical copy.
You're 100% right.
Yeah,
when you buy a game, you should be able to play it in perpetuity.
Yeah. And I think
you need the platform to do it, right? You need a platform that's gonna exist, not be a Stadia that goes away, and you're like, "Where's my games?" Well, we refund it to you. So
So I like what Xbox is doing. I hope that trend continues. I know there's a lot of like naysayers, like, oh, Xbox is getting out of the hardware, the game or whatever, or they're doing this or they're doing that, and it's like, that's cool. If like this is built by Asus or whatever, like it's but it's got the Xbox, the window or the Xbox full screen experience, which I will be the first person to admit, even after like a week and a half of this thing, that it is I'm a beta tester for that. Anyone with the Ally or any kind of Windows handheld gaming device, or anyone, we're beta testers for the next Xbox, which is going to be a PC. So but I want to see that trend continue, because I want that kind of like, oh, this is a PlayStation game. Cool. I've been playing Spider-Man 2 on this thing. And because I got the cheap S version of the thing, like it's running on low settings, but it's running, and it's a PlayStation exclusive game that I'm playing on an Xbox right now. Crazy world. So like, I want, when you that this,
Mark, you want an expansion of it, or you want to go other places? Like,
more
games everywhere,
more games everywhere. I want that trend to continue. Maybe it's not a new trend, but I can't think of one other than that. So like, I want that trend to continue. I want more games in
cross buy, right? You buy it one, you get it everywhere, and also cross save, right? You don't want to be inconvenienced. So I would say I like the idea. I do worry about Xbox right now. If you watch Microsoft stock, it's down $100 from October. That leads me to think that they are going to make some more decisions that may impact other parts of business that are not revenue leading, like Xbox unfortunately was down. So I worry about the ability to keep a platform beyond just their own games available as a publisher. So, and they do have to pay extra to get those copies that they don't own their own, like Xbox, like they have to pay extra to that publisher. And so I do worry that may not be sustainable for Xbox beyond just what they offer. And I think where they could go, Mark, is they're going to offer their games, but every copy, wherever you buy it, you get the cloud rights. Because right now, the only way to get cloud on Xbox is to have Ultimate, or that game has to be cloud supported. Play Anywhere cloud is not included. So I wish that was where they would go, because I would probably be more to it, because I'm not an Xbox owner anymore. I'm this. So that Play Anywhere, I would only get on Xbox. I wouldn't get it in cloud. But I think there's an example of where we've seen this before. If you remember this, back in the day when I believe it was Portal 2 or Portal 1 came out, if you bought it on PlayStation, you got it on Steam.
Oh,
it was such an odd, interesting event. I'm like, this is kind of cool. What I would like to see is, because
that's
I feel like
going to happen, dude.
I feel like Steam will be the end all be all. If you look at what's coming out to Xbox and their PC app, they've got like 42 games coming. If you look at Steam's coming, they get everything. They get demos, they get indies, they things like that. So I feel like Steam is the end all be all. That's where we're going. We're going to Steam. It has the deepest library. They've been around for 22 years. Xbox has been working, or Xbox/Microsoft has been working on a PC app for as long as Windows existed, and they failed multiple times. They give up and they leave it up to Steam to support it. So I would say the good thing is, Mark, you've got a device where you've got Steam, you've got all these launchers, and you're getting PlayStation games. We won't see PlayStation games come to the Xbox PC App Store, so you're still kind of not get everything. And obviously Nintendo, but I would like to see more people partner with Steam to say, if you buy it on PlayStation, you get a Steam version discount, whatever, or PlayStation opens up their own PC store and says, you own it on PlayStation, you get a copy on PlayStation, because we're not cutting anybody a deal. There's that still that. Right. So I want, like you said, regardless of how it happens, I just want to be able to have my games in more places and not have to worry about, will I still be able to access that on future hardware? As of right now, Steam works because the Windows platform is still open. So but I like this idea. Play more games wherever you play them. So there. All right. So mine is, I would like to see, what's the best way to put this? I would like to see more options for gamers when it comes to opening up platforms to controllers, meaning I want to be able to play on Xbox. Say if I own an Xbox, if I like the layout of the PlayStation controller, I think Xbox should make another option of the Xbox controller that has inline sticks. Same thing with PlayStation. I think they should make a version of the DualSense Edge with split sticks, because as minimal as you think this is, there are so many people that choose their platform based on the device they used.
Yep.
But I go to Steam and I can use any controller I want. It supports DualSense, it supports Xbox, and I play that way I want. And there's nothing to stop it. It's just stick orientation. That is such a small thing, but it doesn't matter to people. So I think it's kind of silly that we're still in this mode of, I mean, when the first gamepad or the Nintendo Wii U Pro controller came out, it had inline sticks. Then it moved to the side sticks, the offset. Xbox continues to make devices. I've seen devices that where they have it so you can flip them or vice versa. I just feel like we just need to wake up the fact that give people the device they want to play wherever they want to play. Don't charge them $300 or $200 for a ridiculous controller. Make it affordable. But I feel like we are just at this point where there should be options that aren't $200 to get a good option to play. And I did get this. It's pretty awesome. 8-Bit Do makes this amazing controller.
Awesome.
It is the 40th anniversary Nintendo controller. They partnered with them. It is fully compatible on the Switch. It's got back buttons. It's got these extra buttons here. It's got
Switch
programmable
2?
stuff. This is works with any Switch. Switch 1, Switch 2, PC, Android, whatever. It's got this dock. Oh, I can't show it. The dock has a dongle that connects 2.4 gigahertz in the back. You can take it out, plug it into your PC, leave it here to charge. Comes with a beautiful case, man. I'm like doing like Monty Hall here. Beautiful case, back port. It's got extra stuff. You can plug it into it. It was $80. $80 compared to the Xbox Series, which is $200, the DualSense Edge Pro, which is $200. I mean, I really feel like we're getting third parties that are showing up our first party controllers. Even the Switch 2 Pro controller is amazing for $80 or whatever it is now. Yeah, it's $100, but that's a great controller. So I feel like we need more options for controllers. That's what I want to hear. I just don't have to go to Scuff and spend $200 for this or that. So I hope we are getting more controllers. I also want Xbox to take what they learned from PlayStation and those haptics. Hey, just steal it and put it in your next Elite Series 3 and whatever. So I'm all for giving more people to control their games.
That is my number one want. I want an Xbox controller that's actually worth the darn. I want feedback. I mean, there's no feedback. It's bland
triggers,
controller.
right?
Rumble.
They've kind of been delayed versus Nintendo, which does what? Pro HD or whatever? What HD?
Right.
HD Rumble.
That's what I want. Okay. The other thing that I want is consistency across platforms with playability and cross-platform integration.
Got it. So it's more where Mark's talking about, like he wants cross-play. He wants take the barriers away where you play, how you play. If it's play anywhere, but my saves don't cross over when I play it. Like I remember when Destiny came out, it's like, well, we didn't support that, and they eventually did. Like, oh, your saves would go over, but you have to buy the game everywhere else. Yeah, I think there needs to be multiple options there.
The other thing with Switch 2 is I really want like a Switch 2 Sports.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna get into games predictions, Sean. Things you want.
I really want that bad.
We'll get into that. God. So we'll put it. So at this point, we are done with our trends. So I liked everybody's answers. I think these are all reasonable things until someone says us no. So there we go. Now let's get into hardware. This is system and accessories. You know, we the whole thing is we don't know if we're getting new consoles. We don't know if we're getting this, when they're happening, how they'll happen. Yeah. So the scenario would be, what is your prediction for hardware, either a console or accessory etc. Mark.
I want to say we're going to hear about the Switch 2 Lite before, like by the end of the year, but I don't know. That might be a 2027 thing. I do have a feeling we're going to get a tease for the next Xbox, though. I think Game Awards is a good time for that late in the year. And I think it's, again, I feel like anyone playing on a Windows handheld or Xbox big screen, we're just beta testers at this point. But I think that the next Xbox console hardware is going to be more PC, is going to take in all of these stores. It's not only going to play Xbox games, it's going to play Steam, and it's going to play this and that and whatever. And I think I think there's a potential that we hear about it before the end of 2026. Just hear about it, not release, but hear something.
That I've heard the rumblings that they are planning for a 2027 launch, that Steam Deck or Steam Machine is planning for a 2026 launch early. And then one thing that Sarah Bond said, that we are planning to have the next Xbox hardware developed and launched by them, not by Asus, will be a premium tailored experience. When I hear premium, guys, that scares me.
I'm thinking $1,000.
I mean, right now we've got a Series Xbox Ally X that is $1,000. We have a PlayStation Pro that is $750 with $650, and then we've got the most expensive Nintendo hardware that's ever launched at $450. And then we've got the current Xbox hardware at $650 for the Series X and $400 for the Series S. But we also have, so it's going to be interesting things. Yep.
How much is the PlayStation Pro right now?
$750, $650 over the holiday, once or twice. It was on sale.
So for
that's
me,
US, Mark. Sorry, it's probably like in Canada. Yeah.
The Xbox next console will be $1,000.
I don't doubt that.
And it's going to run 8K. It's going to be a premium experience, but it's I think also, Mark, they're going to have a handheld Ally, whatever it's going to be running off of whatever. I agree with you. The Ally is probably going to be 800 next gen, run near 4K, but
are you talking like the base one, Sean? Because right now the Ally X costs $1,000, and that can run 1080p, I believe.
Remember,
it's a 1080p
tech costs go
LCD
down.
with 120.
No, Sean, tech costs don't go down anymore. They're only going up because of lack of supply of consumer goods. So, RAM is tripled in price. I worry at this point that if Xbox is going high premium, we're at $1,500. Because if you look at PC pricing, Xbox is not going to eat cost anymore. So when you're talking about just getting 1440p, whatever, at a PC off the shelf hardware, and I think Xbox is going to go premium limited, and they're going to say Xbox or Asus will make our handheld for us going forward because they know how to do it. And Xbox is going to say, we are not focusing on hardware anymore. We'll offer something, but it's not our focus because R&D costs too much, marketing costs too much, production, discounts, inventory, all of those things. And as of right now, you've seen what they've done with the Xbox Series hardware. They're not selling it. They're not giving it discounts. So I think Satya is going to say, we just want to sell you software. We'll offer you something, but you're going to pay. It's going to be premium. It's going to be paid. So think of almost like the Bowers and Wilkins of hardware. And if you want it, it's there, but there's cheaper ways to play our games. And that's other consoles, PCs, whatever. We don't care how you do it. Pay us.
But do they want to deal with? Here's the part that I ask you. The experience of gaming. Do they want the variability and the inability of being able to play those games, I don't think they want that.
Oh, it's hard. The game's already on Steam. Once their games are on Steam and on PlayStation, John, it's out of the gate. They don't control anything except the ability to sell their games everywhere.
I just don't think they want that variability. They're guaranteed.
What variability though is they're already getting
on
PlayStation's
Xbox.
already getting a 30% cut from Xbox. PlayStation is getting a 30% cut from Xbox. They sell the least amount of consoles, and they don't have a big presence in PC yet. So essentially, Xbox is going to be a player, but they are going to be a player in a publishing sense versus hardware. I mean, especially if they're putting all the stores. If they're putting all their
let me ask you this.
So here's my question.
Then what is PlayStation? Is PlayStation going out as well?
In the future, I just think PlayStation's seeing they're not going to see the numbers drop, their hardware costs going to raise, and they're going to try to figure out a way to sell their software. Nintendo's the only one I think can play the same game. Here's the question I have, though. If you're putting all those stores on an Xbox box and they're not buying your software, you're not getting a cut. And it's like, essentially, they're basically saying, we just want you to buy it. We'll give you a place to play, but we're going to expect to have to deal with other stores. And
so, Mark, what do you think? Do you think PlayStation and Xbox is dead?
No, I think it's going to be different. I think you'll see a couple of different price points. I think there'll be the premium thing, which will look more like a PC, and they'll make money the same way they do on Surface PCs and tablets and all that kind of stuff. They'll make they'll do the same kind of
for
deal
Xbox.
For Xbox, I think
for Microsoft,
unpredictable.
Let's pull the Xbox name away. You're saying Microsoft is basically going to say, I am a software publisher similar to Microsoft Office.
Yep.
And I don't care where you get my entertainment.
Yep.
I'm getting $30 a month.
Yeah. I think you'll see
they're not going to have subscription
for Game Pass.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
I don't think Game Pass will be allowed on any platform other than PC or an Xbox.
No, I was just going to say, I think there will be a Game Pass box. I think that'll be the cheap entry. It'll be streaming only. It'll be like an Apple TV 4K streaming only option. Play this, play that, and it'll be the Xbox experience.
I don't
it'll
think
be like
it'll be an Xbox
$200
version,
or
Mark.
less.
I think it will be. We'll have an app, play it anywhere, because they were talking.
They could do that. Yeah, absolutely.
So
they could do it that way if they don't want to build the hardware.
Could be your
Game Pass machine. Yeah.
I mean, Sean, your Samsung TV you got right now, you have an Xbox app right now. You can play cloud.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how does Sony stay viable?
They got to find live service games. Yeah. Well, no, I mean,
you're basically saying the console industry is dead.
It's not growing, Sean. It's been at 300 million cap in the last 20 years. It's not growing. People are not buying them. They're pricing them out now. You don't have the opportunity to buy a Switch Lite for $200 now. You don't have the opportunity to buy a 3DS for $150 or a PlayStation 2 for $99. Nothing went down in price. So it means that people can't afford those boxes to get in late in the cycle. So they're just going to play on their phones, cloud, whatever, play Roblox, play Fortnite on their device. People aren't even upgrading from their PlayStation 4s. I mean, it's a change.
So it's over.
It's a different generation.
Other than Switch 2.
Well, Nintendo's unique. They don't put their games anywhere else.
Yeah.
If Nintendo failed, I mean, I think that was the junction point we saw after the Wii to the Wii U, where like Nintendo has to make a decision. And they could either go mobile and all these other things, self-publish. But the Switch came in and showed them that they're still viable as a publisher. They basically consolidated. They changed their whole marketing strategy, started licensing their IP. And I think at this point, Nintendo can still do what they're doing for the longest. I worry about Sony long-term because Sony's most played games are all third-party live service games. PlayStation doesn't put out enough games to generate enough revenue to sustain. They need PS Plus revenue. They need PSN revenue to sustain. And if they only have their own games because people don't want to pay $500 to or $600 to have their platform to play Fortnite. They'll move on, and then Sony's going to be forced to be a publisher. And that's not going to be pretty because they rely on all that extra third-party money to fund their games. So I think Sony's in the worst position because we saw Concord get canceled. That was going to be their live service game that was going to fill the coffers. Marathon's supposed to be a live service game that's going to fill the coffers. They've had Helldivers, but that developer is potentially going to move on and make their own game. So I just worry about Sony, quite honestly. I think their games are too expensive to make.
I know we're running over. Mark, Todd, Are you buying a next generation console?
Nope. On PC, baby. And Switch.
Depends on what it is.
Mark?
It depends. Depends on what it is, what it offers above what we have now. I mean, eventually, but it's going to have to come in at a price point that I want with features that entice me to upgrade, and keep that convenience thing. But I don't know. It's going to be we'll see.
I think for a lot of people, a dedicated box in front of the TV is kind of feeling old fashioned these days. And I think a hybrid device is kind of the way of the future. I think Steam's going the opposite way because they're like, well, people just want to play PC games on the couch. And so that's what they're going to deliver, which becomes a unique entity. So I think it's going to be interesting. I think Steam is the new player in hardware that, quite honestly, has got a lot to prove, but they've got right, but they don't market. They don't market anything.
Here is the big question. I know we're running over it, and Todd, I go down a rabbit hole.
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't Sony or Microsoft do that? They can do it for cheaper. They have way more money than Steam. Why would the Steam console be the one to pick?
Because they optimize their games for the hardware, and they know the games work on Steam. That's why people like it. If it says it works there, it's giving you a console-like experience. And the reason why the Steam Deck really survived was because Valve ate so much cost to get people to say, here's a $500 portable that is a PC. I don't think Xbox or PlayStation, even Nintendo, is not taking a hit on the hardware anymore because Valve knows people, they go to Steam to buy the software. So they're going to get so many sales there. I just worry that the other consoles, they're just in a worse place because of that, except for Nintendo. I mean, Super Mario Kart World, or whatever it's called, has sold 17 million copies in less than $6 million. Yeah. Right, so I think Nintendo is that one darling that does things that no one else can duplicate at this point.
Keep in mind, though, Microsoft has a ridiculously deep pocket. So, like, if they feel like fighting with Steam, if Steam releases the Steam box and the Steam machine and whatever else, and Microsoft Mark, says, we're going to match the price and we're going to beat it, and they can do whatever they want.
Microsoft.
I just give a shout out real quick to our buddy, Game Positive, Eric.
Hey,
the other Halifaxian, is that what we say, Mark? Halifaxian?
Haligonian would be
Halifaxian. Oh, Haligonian.
Can we pull him in?
If Eric's around, he can hop in if he wants. Eric, if you're around, coming in, but we'll be here for 5 hours.
I'm asking, and I know I don't want to go down a rabbit hole. Couldn't Microsoft just buy them?
I don't think Gabe wants to sell.
Buy Steam?
Yeah,
they could, but Gabe would never sell. Gabe would never sell. It would probably say you're opening a monopoly because you would own that. I just don't see it. Gabe doesn't want to sell. He wants to create a platform that isn't all about dollars and profit. And I hate to say it, if Microsoft buys it, it changes Steam dramatically in a place I think that no one would like.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Satya needs all the money he can get for AI right now, Sean.
Yeah.
He's squeezing every person that he can to make that money for AI. Copilot, what up? Eric, we are close to wrapping up, but We've been going really long. It's what the time is. So, but we appreciate you hopping by. We'll do this again though. This has been a lot of fun. So let's do that. So Sean, I think at this point, you know what? Hardware, quick. What's your prediction for hardware? Really quick. Something you want, accessory or a console?
I want a PlayStation 6 that's a handheld like the Portal that docks to a 4K.
I think that's in the works. So I think you're right. I think we're going to get there. I think it'll be more.
And then the other thing I want
that can play games.
Yeah.
I want, from a tech perspective, I want more accessories for the Switch 2. Better camera, better Pro controller. One of the ones that I saw was the Nitro deck.
Oh, the Nitro deck, yes.
What is that?
Coming out soon. So Nitro deck is essentially, think about it, it is a dock. Well, I'll use my Switch too. A dock, but instead of you actually get your Joy-Cons here, you're taking like the screen out, docking it into the dock, and it comes with controllers already integrated into the dock. And essentially those controllers are basically, they connect direct or through Bluetooth. They have basically full controls, like more like a Pro controller. They have rumble. They have other aspects. So essentially you're getting like a Pro controller on the sides, but it is also, they don't detach. It's basically, you put it in, you're good to go. So compared to like some of the other Hori or Nixie or whatever adaptations where basically you're just pulling them down. So that would be with the crack. So a lot of people like it. I know, I know Dan at Daddy Diwali, he likes the first one. The one that's coming out for Switch 2 is coming out for about $100 soon. But there are other options coming out from third parties. I wish Nintendo would do it. Hyperion 3 from Nixie's coming out. Way too pricey. But once again, that's like full on, but it's lacking some features. But check out MobaPad. MobaPad makes some very good high-end third-party Pro cons. They have their next generation coming. They look amazing. They have TMR sticks. They have NFC. They have Rumble. They have everything. They look amazing, and they're also, I believe, $180. So I think at that point, there are going to be third-party options because Nintendo, I feel like, has no interest in doing anything because they already offer a Pro controller. So the actual Joy-Cons, I think we're getting with different colors. So
that's my
barely different colors. I'm so disappointed in that. I'm not going to get into
just
that.
A ring and like the inside. That's all we get. We'll be happy. So very quickly, Eric says, I want Sony to put their games day and date on Steam. And they have the Utopia box. We all had dreams as kids. I agree, Eric. That's what I want. I want to own a PC with Steam and any other storefront I want. And then I also want, I have to play Nintendo games. So I'm probably going to have a Switch. So I think between that, I don't want to own 18 boxes. I want to own the minimal amount of boxes to play the amount of games I want to play. So that's why I feel like it's going to be Nintendo and Steam and then the cockroaches. That's it. That's all we get. So I agree. So my quick is, I think it's kind of like leaning into Sean. I want more options to play with my Switch in the way I want to. So to point, we are getting some really interesting third-party editions. I really wish Nintendo would do more with their the way we interact with the Switch. I think they nailed it with the Pro controller too. I think that's a great controller. But to Sean's point, I think they also offer a better camera. When I think it was it Horimark that offered the Piranha Plant camera that everyone was like, "This is amazing looking."
It's garbage.
40p. Yeah. I saw that again in like a couple of weeks ago, and I was just like, so much potential, and it's you could make a better quality camera with a tin can and a potato, and it like just like put a good camera in it. It's the coolest looking accessory. I would happily have that next to my TV.
It's so cute.
Plugged into the Switch constantly. But it sucks. Like I would pay extra for it. Just put in a good pit. I don't even care if it's 4K. Give me a 1080 camera. Bare bones, and I'm happy. But like they put in 14p. That's like, why? What'd you do that for?
It's got like a Nokia camera from like that Nokia candy bar phone
from like 20 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. So this is the one I was talking about, the MobilePad M12 HD M12 Pro Switch 2 joypad for Switch, $90. You see how it looks. It's got a lot of great features. I think it says down here, basically it does include TMR joysticks, which are amazing. Those are like the high-end sticks, no drift, not magnetic affected. And then it also has all of those extra features. I'm like, look at that thing. It's beautiful. Yeah, I want it, $90. Yeah. Nice. So there you go. And then the cracked, like if you want something more like the one dock you talked about, it's great. We got some more comments from Eric. Here we go. So as we're talking, he says basically it'd be better if Steam bought Xbox, Sean. I don't deny that. I think those studios would be very happy.
Microsoft just says, you know what?
Steam. Yeah.
We're at the gaming business. Steam, it's all yours.
I mean, there's a lot of people that work at Steam that haven't put out, or Valve that haven't put out a game in decades, and they're just happy. They like do whatever they want. Gabe's sitting on his boat telling them just enjoy and, follow your fancy, right?
Well, hey, Eric, now that you're listening, you and I need to talk about the Olympic teams here coming up shortly.
Yeah, stay tuned for more sports from Sean.
Fun fact, you can use any webcam. Yeah, we talked about that earlier. Like I said, I'm using the webcam that I'm using right now. I use that on my Switch 2 as well.
I'm using a Logitech 1080p cam for like $20 I got from Woot. So it works great, looks good. So you know what? That we need to make a commitment, gentlemen. In 2026, we will all hop on our Switch 2s, plug in our cameras, and do something fun. Okay?
I'm down.
Yes.
We don't need Nintendo to remind us, Mark. We can just come together and have some fun. We'll make it happen. It'll be goofy. It'll be fun. So there we go. So that is it for hardware predictions. We're going to games really quick. One prediction each for games. Something you want that hasn't been announced. Something you want to happen. Will it to existent? I don't care. Just give me what you want to happen in the world of games that would make you happy that you'd be potentially playing this year. I'm going to go first. I will say I want to see a good DC game announced this year that is not Lego centric. I don't care if it's Batman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, whatever. The fact that we have not gotten an amazing DC game in quite some time. The Wonder Woman game was canceled. The last two Batman outings were not great. We have not gotten Injustice 3. We got a lot of mobile apps, things like that, some more kiddie games. I just think that what's happening with DC right now, I think we deserve something good. I think we do need something new. Rocksteady is obviously busy probably working the next Batman game, but you know what? I think it's time for Warner Brothers to say, hey, whoever, can you make us an awesome DC game? Open it up to a developer that needs some work, that could make an awesome game, and let's go. So whatever that could be.
It's been promised. Like DCU games have been promised. James Gunn said that's going to be part of the official
they would
DCU.
Be part of it, right? Yeah,
it's. I think he's since backtracked that to say, of course, like,
Warner Brothers is like constantly for sale by somebody, right, Mark? Right. So maybe Netflix owns them, maybe you Paramount does.
Yeah, but he said, like, they'd be canon, they'd be in universe kind of stuff, but like even a non-canon like great Superman game. In the vein of Superman 2025 or whatever, I would love that. Absolutely. Like there's so much you could do with those characters.
You know what? Give me a Peacemaker themed, like just 2D scrolling brawler, right, Mark? Like the TMNT game.
I've been playing the hell out of, so
Marvel.
One of the things I play the most on this is Cosmic Invasion. It's so good. I love that game. Give me something like that with DC characters that you can swap in and out. Let's go.
Give me that.
100%.
Okay, that's Eric says play some wheelchair basketball. Does anybody own that game?
God, no.
Eric, do you own that game? I don't own that game. Sean, do you own that game?
No. Actually, I'd love for Eric to just join. But two things.
He's joining us in spirit. We'll give more time. We'll see. We'll talk to him on.
I would love.
Eric says, "Hell no, he doesn't know the game." Oh, Eric, I don't know how to feel. I feel so un-Canadian. I sold my Switch, Eric. Oh, you made Miyamoto cry.
I would love
Eric's got kids too, man. He's a bad dad.
Harry Potter, game that's around the Creatures Where We Find Them movie. Around that, where it's not Beasts? Yes, Fantastic Beast, but I don't want it based on the movie. It would be like you
want it in the world, not the characters, right?
Open world,
yeah.
And then the other thing I would love to have is a ground up, brand new Super Smash Brothers.
I think we're probably going to get something. Apparently. Smash Brothers has come out with every Nintendo console the second year of the system.
But I want it to be more open world, like they did with Kart. And the only reason I want that is, Todd, when we played against Logan and he beat our butt 2-against-1. I don't want to get the 2-against-1 beat down.
I want you know what? If we do Switch, I just want I want to have
I want a dad mode. A dad mode. There's got to be a dad.
Handicap modes on.
You give your kid one hand. You give your kid one hand. He can only play one-handed. See if it goes. Yeah.
Mark,
or he plays with one. Oh yeah.
We
There's
were
no nunchucks anymore. Is there? One Joy-Con mode, right? Is that what it is? Mark?
If you remember from Big Hero 6, when at the beginning he's fighting the guy that's got the and he's just like using the controller like this, and it's no big deal, and he smokes the one guy and Hirohito wins or whatever. That's how Logan was against both Todd and I.
Just wait. Sean, Henry's at that stage now. Mark, just wait till Finn's there. You'll all be smoking.
Mark, I'm going to tell you this. You are going to hear this, and you just have to take it in stride. The level of suck from you has hit epic proportions. I cannot believe you suck as much as you suck. That is what my son said to me when we were playing.
He will say it kindly, though. He says, "Sorry to say, but you suck, Dad." Right? You hoser.
Oh, it was terrible. Oh my God! And it was like Henry was like, "Dad," I said, "You just asked me to get past this one level."
Yeah.
He's like, "Your suckness is hit epic proportions. It's sick. Can you call Todd? Because I know Todd could at least get me past this."
Oh my God.
Henry,
you know what?
Legend.
Sean, Henry is going to be your Sherpa just like Logan was mine.
Legend.
Logan was a little bit more forgiving, but you know what I would do when I play, this is fun, just sidebar. When I would play Logan and Smash, even though I was getting destroyed, I would be like Ron Burgundy and be like condescending to him, like mock him, even though I'm dying. Like, "Oh, you think you're so great, don't you? Well, look at this move." And I get 10% off when I die, but I feel like, you know what? I mocked him enough that it made him feel a little bit of shame. Like, "You got 10% off me? You should be ashamed." It was very round.
Deadpool versus Colossus. Like, "Oh, you're going to feel this next one."
Yeah.
Exactly. Break your leg on his face.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel. Eric also says Warner Brothers should make Lego Evil Dead. Eric, I totally agree. I love the Evil Dead. That would be amazing. A Marvel Zombies game. Give me that to me too. I would gladly take it. Watch the Marvel Zombies series on Disney Plus. Pretty fun. So Mark, really quick, your wish and prediction that the genie will make this year for your 2026 for games.
I hope and cannot wait to be disappointed by my hope that Nintendo will actually acknowledge some of its anniversaries. Two in particular for me, Zelda and Pokemon. I would love the bare minimum, like a couple of, like, I want Wind Waker and Twilight Princess. I know Wind Waker's on the Nintendo GameCube thing. I want the good version from the with the Swift sale and 4K and pretty and everything else. And I want Twilight Princess. Done. Like Pie in the Sky, I'd like full on ground up remakes of like Spirit Tracks and the other names escaping me, but like the games that we can't play right now on Switch. I'd love those. And I'd love like a Pokemon anniversary collection. Like, I don't think they'd put it on the virtual console or the, that shit. But like, I'd love just a pack of like, here's all the Pokemon games that you can play on your Switch. Cause like, I have them all on this thing. I have them all on my phone. I have them all on every device, but like, there's something special.
How do you have that, Mark? I didn't know. Remember,
fully
Nintendo
legal ways
out mobile apps.
Yep, Mark, I agree with you 100% because my son would say the same thing. Is he would love to have the opportunity to play the games he couldn't play historically, and it's just Pokemon lore.
Yeah,
and just to create one-stop shop, and then also give you the ability to get the secret things you could still get, but upgrade it to a Switch 2. Love that. I would pay $60 for that.
Yeah.
Minimal, add everything to Pokemon Home. That's the thing that emulation is missing, and playing it on any device, it's easily adding a collection through all of the generations to Pokemon Home to complete a full living dex would be like the best. For me, that would be like my top. Because like one of the things I loved, and Henry's gonna hate me because I loved Pokemon Legends ZA so much, and it was my most played game of the year. I put in so many hours, and Finn and I played it together. Absolutely loved it. Still working on the full, like the DLC Pokedex and all that kind of stuff. But one of the things I loved for that was being able to go back and get some Pokemon and add them to Pokemon Home eventually when that comes, which should be very soon. But I know I have it ready that I can just dump all of these in Pokemon Home. But it also made me go back and play some of the older games. Like I got back into Arceus. I got back into Pokemon Scarlet and started working on the dexes of those to help build out just like that, again, that living dex that I have in Pokemon Home. My brother got married back in October. The other best man, like we were co-best men. The other one, huge Pokemon fan. And we started like while we were getting ready for the wedding, we were like playing, like starting up Pokemon and like doing some trades and stuff and like getting those trade specific evolutions. Like, oh yeah, well, let's do this. Let's upgrade the, whatever the little dolphin thing is. And like a couple of those little things. And it was like, I talked to him a couple of days ago. I was like, dude, you got to pick up ZA. I'm like itching to do a couple of trade evolutions and work on it. And he's, so it's that fun collecting aspect of it that you can throw as many emulators on it as possible, as many versions of it, as convenient as it is to play it everywhere. I think having those official versions on the Switch in any capacity, whatever it is, I will pay the money for each copy or a bundle or whatever. But yeah, give me some Pokemon anniversary love.
I mean,
30 years.
And for you play a larger level of those games. We're about 3 or 4 deep, but I would pay $60. Just give me the library, bring it all together.
Yeah.
And then let me share mine with you or with, with my niece. Henry can share it. Create a platform to share all of your Pokemon.
Yes.
And your experiences. That would be great. And I would pay $60 easy for that.
Easy. Yeah, for sure.
I think that's a good way. I think that's a good way for Nintendo to expand the NSO in different ways. If maybe that's what they do, if they want to do a price increase, they do it because they give you a extra thing. And to that point, I do feel the Nintendo is going to go more the route with Pokemon. They will gladly give you a remake for $70 because they've done that past. Because Mark, you've lived through this is the version for this platform. Now we're redoing it until you get next gen. So I think there's ways to do this. But when it comes to Zelda, Mark, I really think there's an opportunity for Zelda to get some of those older games in a way we all want to play it, like A Link to the Past, or no, a Link was it?
Link Between Worlds.
No, what was the one that they redid on the Switch, which I really loved? It was on the GBA or GB.
Oh, Link's Awakening.
Yes, I want them to do more of those
great game.
with those classic games. I want them to bring more of those games back, like Ocarina of Time, which has only been remade on the DS.
No,
was it 3DS? Oh,
3DS,
okay, but we're talking that game is very old. And I think it needs some love to get it back. And quite honestly, I think it's time for a lot of those games to just be brought back in a way that's meaningful, in a way you can do it. And so, and just once again, all the DS and 3DS games, there's an opportunity potentially to bring out a new version of those as well, in a way that really could be awesome. So, waiting for that Kid Icarus game to come back in a meaningful way that was trapped on the 3DS. But 3DS, I appreciate that. Yeah, it's a lot of anniversaries. Nintendo has a lot of ways to make money. We just want to give them the money to get those games and go from there. And I just want Eternal Darkness on NSO on GameCube. Just give me that. Just put it there. Do nothing with it. Just put it there.
Did you see that leak? I think Eternal Darkness was included in that. Was it Walmart leak or something like that?
Okay, I would gladly go there, but there was a couple other games that were leaked, that we could see. So I can't wait. So then before we do that, Eric says, I got to run, but wish is Half-Life 3, which potentially we get with that either the frame, Steam frame, or Steam Machine. So hopefully we do get that, because I do think the Half-Life games need to be celebrated by people that aren't 85 years old.
So does the Steam console replace the Xbox?
It depends. If you only want to play on Steam. If you want other storefronts, you're still going to need something else. That's the problem with Steam. It is truly, and there's games that can't run on Steam that are elsewhere because of their copy protection, especially online games like I believe Call of Duty.
Fortnite and Call of Duty do not run on Steam Deck.
And same thing with Destiny, because of anti-cheat, all those things. But Arc Raiders does run on Steam.
It will run on this.
And so there's a way to make it happen. It's just the developers have to actually get on board with it. So we'll see if it happens. But yes, there's still a reason to own a Windows PC device.
Mark,
so there you go.
Just one quick question. God, I know we're running. You showed the Ally. Does the Ally have the capability to be docked or no?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. There's docks for it. It works even with like a USB like dock that I use
pretty
for my
cheap
MacBook.
stuff. Yeah.
Like,
you can buy it from whatever, right, Mark? Yeah. Yeah.
Well, how much does that cost?
This one that I have was super cheap on Amazon. It's but you can buy like so the more expensive version of the Ally, like if you got the $1,000 one, I think that needs in order to be docked and hit like whatever the turbo mode or docked extra mode that like gives it a little bit extra boost, you need 100-watt charger. It comes with a 60, or this one came with a 65. But so like those docks will run you maybe about $100 or so, but I'm sure you can find sales. But like even so, like there are ways to dock it really, really cheap, like this like $20, $30 adapter that I have that will just straight up plug in USB, whatever. But if you want to take advantage of some things, you got to spend a little bit extra money. But there are some, really, really cool docks, some docks with like great RGB effects that actually dock the thing, where there's like, I don't want to move this around because it might unplug my mic and stuff, but like simple USB hubs basically will work on it. And I've tested that with my TV. I was playing Spider-Man on my TV with an Xbox controller, like running through my Ally. It's a really weird world to live in, to play Spider-Man 2 on an Xbox machine, streaming through this little handheld thing.
Oh my God, our world is changing, guys.
It's a weird one.
It definitely is.
Yeah. But it can dock for sure.
Yep. So very good. I like that Mark, push Nintendo to appreciate their franchises, their anniversaries, and get more of those games on the Switch 2 as we move forward. All right. So very quickly, that is our look at the world of video games. We're very excited at 2026. But before we go, this is the best thing this week. We actually have to talk about one thing that was the best thing you ate, you played, you watched, or listened to. So, Mark, what is that one thing that you did last week that you thought was the bee's knees and you need to talk about? You need to tell me all about it and Sean all about it.
I'm going to go with Wonder Man. I watched Wonder Man on Disney Plus.
All right.
I thought it was fantastic. I absolutely loved it. It went in a couple of directions that I didn't expect. The ending was super satisfying. The story was engaging. I usually don't like mid-season break episodes in a lot of Disney Plus stuff. I've complained about those in like The Mandalorian and Boba Fett and a bunch of different things. But this one was very entertaining. I don't want to spoil anything, but you've possibly seen some stuff with Josh Gad posting online. I won't say anything more than that. Okay. It was an interesting show. It was not connected really to anything other. Like, you don't need to see any other MCU stuff to even Trevor in this, having been in Iron Man 3 and in Shang-Chi, you need to know nothing about those. They explain it all in the show. Like, weren't you a terrorist? Oh, I played a terrorist. It was a role. I got recruited for this. And they kind of explain it along the way. There's only 8 episodes. It's quick. They're not even hour-long episodes. You can really blow through this quickly. 35 minutes, but it was so good. And it's worth a watch for sure.
I want to say I really appreciate the fact that we are getting some of these one-off Marvel shows that don't have to play within the rules, can do their own thing. I think of Werewolf by Night. I do think of like Echo, which was great. If you want a standalone up show that dropped all at once. I like what they did.
The only not even spoilery thing, I will say that mid-season break episode that I mentioned in this show, very Werewolf by Night inspired in the fact that it's black and white, super stylized, and super obscure character focused. That is all I will say. But I love that. So worth a watch. Love it.
I don't know if this show would be greenlit today, but I'm glad they are doing something like this. So once again, Mark, it brings people into the world of Marvel in a way that doesn't feel like, oh, I've seen that before. And I've only watched the first episode, but I'm like, I'm all in. I love what they're doing. Yep. It's cool. And there's something there to keep you entertained. But it is definitely not, I would,
and check it out.
Yeah, it's definitely a different feel for Marvel, which I appreciate. I think when Marvel tries something different, it plays really well. So, and Daredevil's coming out next month anyway. So if you want something back on the train, you go there. So very cool. Sean, what made your week the best week ever?
I'm going to be boring.
That's okay. I like boring.
We watched while I was making sauce and creating some pasta and everything. We watched Zootopia 2 together as a family.
Oh, did you?
And we absolutely loved it. I really enjoyed the concept. It's a traditional, fun, exciting addition to Zootopia 1, which my kids loved. And we're looking forward to Zootopia 3. Wonderful show. A lot of fun. Good themes. We just loved it. It was great. I highly recommend it. It was a great show.
I really have to watch them.
It's coming to Disney Plus, I think, next month.
Yeah, I bought it off of Apple TV. And it was absolutely hilarious. The Jason Bateman and Ginny, I can't remember her last name, who plays Judy Hopps, and Jason Bateman plays Nick Wilde. They're wonderful, and the additional characters, it is just a fun blast. And I was cooking, we were watching it as a family, and it was wonderful.
I can't wait.
Awesome.
I love the first movie. So good. So good. And I heard that like snake character of that Ki Ha Kwan, short run plays. Apparently is like huge in China. So that's amazing.
It is hilarious. Just the undertones and the characters they brought back. I know a lot of people don't like sequels. This didn't feel like a sequel. It felt like an addition.
That's great. It's building out the world, right? It's been how many years since the first Utopia? So, I mean, I'm glad they came back to that world. It's got a lot there.
It highly recommend. Finn's gonna love it, bud.
Awesome. Yeah, I can't wait
to watch it. We're very excited for it. My son told us he'd watch it with us and never did. So that means we will wait until it's on Disney Plus. So very, very cool. So me, it's a doubleheader. I always lie. One thing, but I'm getting two. So one thing I'll go on in the food bent is, I don't know if Sean's seen this person before, but we have a local personality who's amazing chef. She has a really cool cabin cookbook, and she has a show that you can probably watch, Mark. It's on YouTube called Taste Buds, and it's amazing. Her name's Stephanie Hansen. She's a radio personality, and she is an amazing chef. She's so fun. Her show is adorable. You'd love it. She talks to people in the Twin Cities, goes to their store, or their restaurant, learns how to cook something to do, and then she goes back to her place and makes it there. It's great. Well, cool. I was inspired to make one of her dishes, and that dish is double potato gratin with apples and onions. Holy cow, guys. There's no protein in this dish, but I had pork sausage. So I made this dish. It's amazing. It's got all the great things you love. Heavy cream, maple syrup, sweet potatoes, russet potatoes, lots of herbs and things like that. Thinly sliced, you layer it in. Well, I said, there's no protein in this dish. So you know what? I decided to do the same thing, but add pork sausage to it. It went in the dish together. I ground it up and put it in. It was amazing. Took longer to make than planned. Probably took about an hour and a half to make this whole dish. So it's a slow cooker, but it's well worth it. It's so delicious, so good. Delivered. Nice. Chris thought it was great. You can spice it up on your own, but it's amazing, delicious. Love it to pieces. But it's great. Get some potatoes, sweet potatoes. Not a lot into it, but man, it is deliver and bang. So put some pork sausage in there or whatever you want as a protein, sausage, whatever. Put in there. You've got your dish for the whole family for a week. So highly recommend Stephanie Hansen. Her website, Stephanie Dish. I will also share her show. She's amazing. Great woman. I would love to talk to her on my show, make her cast about how she makes a TV show about cooking locally.
Dude,
so it's my want.
Join you.
Yes.
I love chefs. Oh, yeah.
God. So I'll put a note in about that. So that's what I made, and it was delicious. I had some tonight before the show. But the other thing I want to chat about is a new movie that just came out. Highly recommend it. It is a thriller, but in a way that I think everyone can relate. It's a little movie called Send Help. Sam Raimi directed this film. He is known for The Evil Dead. He is known for Doctor Strange. His movie, the second Doctor Strange film. He's known for gore, over-the-top violence, things like that. But he also made For the Love of the Game, Big Fish, a lot of other films. No, actually, Tim Burton in that one. But this one is funny because it's about Amy Adams, Rachel McAdams, whoever she is.
McAdams.
There you go. She has a really bad boss. She's very intelligent. She's been promised to become the new VP because the kid's young dad, or the kid's dad who ran the company, died. His young son comes in. He's a real D-bag. But he realizes he probably needs her on this deal in Bangkok. As you can see in the trailer, things go wrong on the trip to Bangkok. They land on an island, and Dylan O'Brien, who's in the Maze Runner, is the boss. And she is in her own domain because she happens to be a big Survivor fan, knows all about survival. The shoe is on the other foot. This movie is amazing. It is a thriller. You don't know what's going to happen. And it has got Sam Raimi all over it. He likes a little bit of gore. He likes a little bit of gross, which is absolutely hilarious. There's a moment in this film that made everybody laugh as it was happening. And it's just a lot of fun. It's it's those thrillers, like what is going to happen next? It's like I said, it's not a horror film. It's a thriller. So I highly recommend this film, especially if you had a bad boss. Maybe you could, change the roles around. This movie was so fun. I had a blast. I highly recommend it. Danny Elfman score, which is kind of cool. A different type of score than you would normally do. And yeah, I highly enjoyed it. I think everybody was enjoying themselves in this film. I can't recommend this movie enough. If you just want a good time, take your spouse, whatever. Don't take the kids. But I think it's a good date movie. Just have some fun. And it switches some things around. It takes around your preconceived notions of what's going to happen. And at times you don't know who to root for. But highly recommend Send Help. Did okay this weekend. But it did beat out Melania. So there's that. So that is it for me in the best things this week. We went a little bit long, but you know what? I just wanted to have more time with our Canardian. It's been too long, Mark. We talked about games.
Yeah, man.
We had a great time. So glad we got to do this, gents. So with that, Mark, thank you so much. Where can people find what you're doing these days? Because quite honestly, you're not doing a lot of podcasts, but you're doing a lot of cool stuff in the maker realm in a lot of ways.
Yeah. Pretty much everything I'm doing is over on Instagram would be the place I'm the busiest, I suppose. Even though I've kind of fallen off a little bit there, and as I'm kind of focusing on some offline stuff. But yeah, that's probably the best way. Canardian_Jedi on Instagram would keep up with anything that I'm doing.
Awesome. Sean, what can you share to the people online?
Well, Mark, you and I need to talk privately about 3D printing.
Yes.
But I am on the Discord channel. Just look me up there. But Mark, would really love to have a conversation around 3D printing. I'm looking at getting a new printer. There's so much exciting things happening there. We've got to have a conversation, but we'll talk offline and potentially do a podcast on that if you're available. I'd love to talk about what you're doing.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
All right, bud. Thank you so much for coming with us on this. But yeah, look me up on the Discord. Shoot me your fans' messages and things like that. We're more than happy to hear from you, and looking forward to more conversations. And Eric, thanks for being on our podcast, bud. Thanks for chiming in. Appreciate it.
I think that's the big thing that's come out of all of this is it's somehow we found people from the farthest reaches of North America somehow. And they're like, how did you do that? I don't know. I do know, but it's kind of a crazy thing that we found another person in the Atlantic time zone. So you know what? The world is a small place at times, and sometimes it's really big. But yes, it's been great. We had Eric come on the comments. We had Luke show up. So Luke, thank you so much as well. Yes, appreciate anybody who joins us. We are a small channel, but we're growing, and we're just like Sean said, we're looking for folks to join us on this journey, whether it's fans or if you want to get more involved. Let us know. With that, I'm Todd Oxtra. You can find me at TOxtra, at Todd Oxtra on the socials, including Instagram and BlueSky. Also, the Fandom Foundry, though, more important, you can find us on YouTube, the socials, the Fandom Foundry on Instagram, BlueSky, our Discord, our YouTube channel, our website. And you know what? If anything you do, please like our YouTube channel, subscribe, leave a comment, and leave a rating on our podcast on whatever service you choose. We'd love it. And, let us know if you'd like us to cover anything else in the world of where people are doing good stuff and you just want to hear more about it. So with that, folks, thank you so much for joining us on this journey. And remember, if this wasn't your best week, make next week the best week ever. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Mark.
Bye, all.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mark.
See ya.